I would do is coach them before they ever came on the show. Look at the camera when you're talking to me. Things like that. Get a good background.
Yeah. Don't sit in front of like a window.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Camera head on or above you, but I don't want to see your nose hairs.
Yeah, and it's so funny is that all the people that are in here right now, it's like when we all first started, we were learning, and now if I step out of here, Kempton's quick to say, "Hey, can you move your camera away from the window?" Or, "Hey, we need better lighting." It's like everyone's, you know what I mean? Deanna too.
right.
Like they've all just become
Producers.
Producers.
Yeah, producers. Yeah.
Trying to produce a better show.
It's almost like we know what we're doing at this point.
I know.
Awesome.
I love it. Hey guys,
I want to get the Antonia shot. Hold on, here we go.
Facebook.
Is that what I look like right now?
No, you did a
What I
second
look like
ago.
when I'm like down here like this.
The old days of Antonia.
It's when I'm looking at something on my email.
All right, the show is starting. All right.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone into the News 4 Forum, the show we don't just watch, we're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, and the latest in your tech news. So let's go ahead and get started. And starting off this morning with a look at what's trending online. Locally, the most read story on mynews4.com is missing 4-year-old Galena girl found safe. Yeah, a lot of people worried about this one. Happy ending here. Washoe County officials tell News 4 that the young girl was found about 5 hours after she was reported missing yesterday afternoon. Her parents said, hey, they turned their back on her for a second and she wandered off. 2 citizen search rescuers found her about 2 miles away from her home. Aside from a few scrapes and maybe being a bit rattled, she's doing just fine. So thanks everybody for your help. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is for the 4th day, count it 4th. Everybody, you cannot change the color of Facebook. It is a virus. Yes, apparently with everything that's going on in the world, this is what everybody's reading on CNN. According to CNN, Facebook users click on that fake app and it sends them to a malicious website that asks them to watch a video tutorial. By agreeing to watch this video, everybody, the users, you get hacked. And hackers basically can get your profiles, all your information. Tens of thousands of people have already been duped. Okay, and on Fox News and Twitter, the most read story today is Ferguson police say that Michael Brown fit description of strong-arm robbery suspect. According to FoxNews.com, St. Louis Police Chief identified Darren Wilson as the officer who fatally shot Michael Brown, and they also released documents alleging that the teen was killed after a robbery in which he was suspected of stealing a $48 or $49 box of cigars. All right, now on to our viewer voice segment where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we would love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account, circle me, Melissa Carlson, and let me know that you're interested. Got one and only for today, but a good one. A woman convicted of committing a crime on Facebook was sentenced to apologize. On that social media site, the Cleveland judge who handed down the sentence says she wanted the punishment rather to fit the crime. Peggy Sinkovich reports.
A judge known for unusual sentences has done it again, this time incorporating social media.
She was supposed to bring back a video apology.
A woman was convicted earlier this week in Judge Pinky Carr's Cleveland Municipal Courtroom. The woman was convicted of menacing on Facebook, and she now must make amends.
And so I said, if you would like to enter a plea, I said, I'm going to tell you now, you're going to have some obligations. And one of them will be the same mechanism that you use to commit this crime, what I call cyberbullying, assault, menacing, threatening. You're going to use that same mechanism to apologize.
According to the court file, the judge also ordered 21-year-old Alexa Akins to get her GED and to serve a year probation. She said she feels her punishment fits the crime. Judge Carr said Akins posted a 10-minute video cyberbullying another woman on Akins' Facebook page. So now the judge has ordered Akins to apologize, but she has to go to her computer to do so. She has to post an apology video on her own Facebook page. And Akins has agreed. Here's a portion of that video, which was posted on Akins' Facebook page.
Now knowing that my actions were not an intelligent decision, I am truly sorry for my actions. and I have learned to make better decisions. I also like to state that I learned from all mistakes, and I was very irresponsible.
We caught up with Akins Thursday. She didn't want to go on camera, but said she has learned her lesson and will no longer cyberbully anyone. Judge Carr says that's exactly what she wanted to have happen with this sentence.
It's not only to protect the public, but then again, I want to rehabilitate the offender, and I want to send a clear message to other people. The conduct that she engaged in, I mean, it was totally improper. You know, it's not something, no one wants to be bullied, let alone when it's a cyberbullying, a face-to-face. At the end of the day, every person on this earth, I mean, you have your right to live your life without being threatened or intimidated by somebody, even if it's through Facebook or YouTube.
And that was Peggy Sinkovich reporting. Akins' apology is going to remain on her page until the end of it today. So we're asking our Google Plus group, what do you think about the judgment? Is it about time that we have a judge out there who decides to handle Facebook or handle a social media subject with a social media punishment? The two don't always seem to connect or even out, if you will. Kimpton, I'm starting off with you out of Canada. You know, we've talked a lot with you in cases before about this, where public shaming and not really up your lane. But do you think this changes things? Still public shaming, some would say, but doing it on the device in which she committed the crime, if you will, herself.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right on. I usually hate public shaming, but in this case, if she bullied the lady for 10 minutes and the judges kind of use the same medium, the medium that she cannot claim she doesn't know how to use, to apologize, kind of teach her a lesson, I think that's a good way to deal with this situation.
Kim, your thoughts? And some are, you know, this is basically using the same tool that she used to commit the crime to be actually her punishment as well. You think it's a good idea?
I think it's a perfect idea. The thing is, though, will she learn from this action? In the sense that, is this going to be a repeat action that she feels she can get away with just because she had to do the video apology? Will she do it again and say, oh, I could just do a video apology? That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, but so because we're not talking about jail time here, we're talking about an apology on social media. Glenn, do you like the idea? Do you think this could work? You know, we've had such a problem before with having the judicial system match up with social media because things are changing so fast. Do you like this as an idea?
I think this judge understands the real world. On the one hand, we could send this woman to jail for a while where she's probably going to come out more messed up than she went in, or not just make her apologize on social media, but then go back to school and get your GED. This judge is trying to make her a better person. I'm for it.
Deanna, what do you think?
I am 100%. I was like, everything Glenn said is like, I'm co-signing all that. It's like, I think it's brilliant. It's like, I really like this judge choosing these punishments, not just to punish, but to help and rehabilitate people instead of just going the, oh, just toss them in jail thing. I think this is absolutely brilliant.
All right. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook and our Google Plus page. Looking to take in a flick this weekend, movie critic Scott Birmingham joins us next with a look at what you can expect from a movie that's in the theaters now. Stay with us.
I don't know, hell.
Thank you. I just looked down after all this, and this Scotty, my love, I've waited all week to have your little rump roast sitting next to me. Unfortunately, you're about 4 feet too short there, buddy. What that chair needs to be adjusted.
I did all the way.
All right, got some stuff to do. See you guys.
Right.
You guys
have a good weekend.
See you next week. Bye-bye. See you all.
Don't sit down, Scotty. There you go. There you go, buddy. Sure nothing wrong fell out of there.
I'm no Bill Frank more here.
Sit you.
Glenn, do you have a small business? Or do you work for someone?
What's that, Kim?
Well, I'm just going to say Google is running a contest right now. Well, Google Business Groups, where if a small business tells their success story of using internet and technology to grow their business, the winning story will win $5,000.
Ooh, are you gonna do it? You're gonna go in there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I've been trying to get other people to do it too. I'll get the link and share it with you.
Well, but we're not really a small business, right?
Right. I was.
Oh, to send it out for.
And then I'll share it. How about I share it on Google Plus, and then I'll tag you guys, because I mean, hey, that's a good thing.
$5,000.
Yes.
Take it.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
take it.
I will. Yeah, Glenn.
I'll tag you guys. That's what I got to go work on, editing some videos that I shot last week. So I will talk with you guys later. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. Friday weekend, just about here, looking to maybe take in a flick. You are not alone, but what should you see? What should you stay away from? I'm not sure, but I'll tell you who does know. That's movie critic Scott Birmingham. Joining us now with a look at some of the movies in theaters.
At TGIF, it's always a great day of the week.
TGIF, yes.
Let's first take a look at the tops of the box office this week. At number 1, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, nunchucking their way with $65 million. Slipping a notch to number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy, flying in with $42 million. And at number 3, Into the Storm, whipping up $17 million. Storm trackers and thrill seekers documented an unprecedented onslaught of tornadoes touching down in the small town of Silverton. Yes, today we're talking about Into the Storm. I think I liked it even better with a no-name actors cast here. It makes you more involved in the characters and situations. And with this film, there are a few things besides just a major storm going on. The challenge here is balancing touchy storylines with a disaster movie. As far as the storm and capturing what it can do, kudos to the movie. There are great effects, but more importantly, there are terrible after effects of these storms to still contend with. The storms are great to want to tape with cell phones, but what the movie points out is you do so at the risk of your life. I give this film 4 out of 4 clicks. Watch it on a big screen with good sound.
I like the idea too of doing it with the known, I don't want to say no-name actors, but the actors that we don't recognize.
You're unfamiliar with, right?
I'm familiar with them because it does. It gives you kind of like you're not looking at what the Tom Cruise is doing.
Exactly. You're not saying, is he doing a good performance or not? You kind of get really more into the storyline and everything. So yeah, it's nice to be sucked up that way into what's going on, what's the relationship. Not does he look good? Did he get a good shot?
Yeah, we said sometimes I like that. Okay, what are we talking about for new releases for the weekend?
A new on the DVD front this week is Muppets Most Wanted with Ty Burrell and Ricky Gervais, and a few films that were in limited release, meaning they played in bigger cities. Lock featuring Tom Hardy, and Breathe In with Guy Pearce. If you haven't had a chance to check out Muppets Most Wanted, now is a chance to sit and watch this as a family.
Good family movie, especially with everybody tired from the long first week of school. All right, for next week, what are we taking a look at?
Next week, we're going to look at the all-star lineup action movie, The Expendables 3 with Sylvester Stallone, and yes, they're already talking about Expendables 4. How does it measure up to the previous 2? Should there be more? We'll see you next week.
Yeah, there's been chit-chat about Bad Boys coming out for the 3rd version as well.
Yes.
Be interested in seeing that. All right, Scott, if someone would like to get a hold of you, maybe they'd like for you to check out a movie, how can they do that?
Just go on Facebook. You can look us up, Karen V. Go to for your review and look it up and just type in what you want me to see. And if it's playing here, knock on wood, then I'll go see it.
All right, Scotty, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we check in with Alex with a quick look at our forecast. Hi, Alex.
Good morning, Melissa. Here's a beautiful look for you to get out and enjoy your Friday because, guys, it's going to be a beautiful one. Something better the weekend. We'll show you in just a minute.
All the different photos I took. Perfect. So here's real quickly, guys, when we're with Scotty, the only time I think that he should be looking at camera 1 is when he tosses to his piece and then reads through his VO. After that, I think we should keep everything else on a 2-shot. Just because I think it's weird for him to go, yes, Melissa, da-da-da-da. You bet, Melissa, da-da-da-da. Brian's not listening. Who's directing? Well, I guess I'll just have to repeat all this now, won't I, Brian?
No, we have an after show meeting.
How come I never know about the after show? There must be a reason you keep Melissa out of the after show meeting. I'm thinking, Oh Lord.
Around here, they have to drag me kicking and screaming to meetings. I hate them.
I know, right? Careful what you ask for. Next thing you know, it's like an hour later. I'm like, oh, get out of this meeting. Yeah. So the thing that I posted earlier today was from our promo shot that we did last week.
Yeah, it looked like you were just casually talking, so it didn't look like you had a scripted promo. I figured you were just what casual talking. They'll put that together into some promo for the show.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. So the promos are all basically just ask us questions and we answer it just casually, no scripts, and then they take little snippets and put it together for the commercial.
Don't you love it? I love it.
Have you seen it yet, Tony?
I haven't seen the promos. I've seen all the stuff that's online, the teases to it, and I love it. That's my favorite kind of stuff. Like I like on E! News. Are they getting ready to go on? I'll tell her later. Sound cut out.
Welcome back, everybody. Zach joined the look at our forecast. I'm sorry.
She was telling me a joke right as we were coming out of break.
I don't know why I do that. Why do I do that to myself?
I don't know.
It's Friday.
It gets us giggling. It puts a big smile on my face.
There you go.
For sure.
I'm complimenting on her dress. I think she looks amazing in this red dress. It's that nice kind of like great color going into fall. It reminds me of those darker colors. I feel like we're slowly, I know it's still in the 80s.
Yeah. Careful what you say.
I know, but I do feel like, but it goes totally against this absolutely gorgeous picture you have.
And what kind of a weekend we have on top.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to share this photo. This was over at Virginia Lake. They're doing great things around that area. Just really improving it. Just looks absolutely beautiful. I was out.
Took this picture.
And I took this picture on my run yesterday. So was I taking a break from running to take the picture, or did I just want to take the picture? I don't know. But yeah, I took this picture just yesterday, and we're going to have a very similar day today, except less windy. So how about that? So we will get into the upper 80s, but right now we are at 77 degrees in Reno, 80 in Fallon, so a little bit warmer in this area than what we'll expect in Reno and Carson City, 79 over in Elko, and 81 already in Winnemucca. So much different story for them. They saw quite a few storms the last couple of days. Yesterday, we topped out at 87 degrees with a low of 56, the average being 91, so not quite our average high, but we'll work our way there as we get into the rest of your weekend. Here's a look at the satellite radar. Put that into motion for you. Not even a little bit of moisture heading our way in the Silver State. We're going to stay very dry because of a high-pressure system locking into the southwestern region. Putting your futurecast into motion as well. Not even a lot of cloud cover out there. If you step outside today, it is very beautiful blue skies, and that's going to be the case for the next several days. And to show you, we do expect some wind, but nothing picking up at all like we saw yesterday. Really going to stay low, mostly in those single digits, make it up to about 10 miles per hour out of the west, but not as windy as yesterday. It will be windy, however, around Elko, and they will top out at 87 degrees with a low of 51. Could see gusts up to 25 miles per hour over in that region, but much warmer through Lovelock and Winnemucca today, and even 91 for Lovelock as their high, 55 as their overnight low. Up at the lake, decent conditions here as well, getting in the mid-70s around Tahoe City, Kings Beach area, 77 and 42, the high and low for South Lake Tahoe. They're going to stay very sunny over the weekend as well if you want to make a trip up to the lake. 88 and 52 for Carson City. It's been a while since Carson City matched us for our high of the day, and that's going to be the case for today. 85 and 52 for Spanish Springs, and then Reno will top out at 88 degrees today with a low of 58 overnight. A lot of sunshine to be had out there, and that's going to be the case really for the next several days. 90s finally once we get to your weekend. Could even see 92 by Sunday, and then we're going to hold on to those 90s tight and keep them for the next 7 days in your 7-day forecast. That'll also be the case for Carson City, at least as far as the sunshine is concerned. They may get to 90 by middle of next week. And even this weekend, South Lake Tahoe is going to get into the 80s. Should be a beautiful end to your work weekend, first week back to school. But on to the weather video of the day. A mountain bike Oregon tour is being forced to reroute, all because of 60 lightning-caused fires nearby. All this on the eve of MBO, where upwards of 600 people from far and wide are ready to bomb down those trails, despite some fires going on nearby and mountain trails being closed. Organizers of Mountain Bike Oregon say the show must go on. The bike touring will begin on schedule and on time today, bringing riders from around the globe, ensuring a popular event in Oak Ridge stays on the right path. Back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for that. Coming up next, what are people chatting about online? We're going to take a look at that in your rant and rave. Stay with us. News 4 Forum. We'll be right back. Just like, meh. What'd you say? What?
I think that was Portuguese.
Unfurled. Did I make that word up?
A Portugal American word.
I do say some funky things. God bless it. That's the great thing about most people not knowing Portuguese. I can say whatever I want to people in Portuguese under my breath. They have no idea what it means.
No, unfurled is a word.
Thank you. I was talking about the
What are you laughing? You are giggling
the
today.
flag picture. The picture. Oh, screw it. Unfurl, yes.
Unfurled.
Unfurled is a word. It means
Yes.
have something spread out or rolled out.
See, you got it.
I did Google it. Oh.
Oh Lordy, it's definitely a Friday.
Yes. And can I just explain real quickly, Brian, the reason why we could not use that viral is because in the description it says that you must contact blah, blah, blah. We did not do that ahead of time, so we can't use it. That's why I had to kill it.
The viral I sent you?
No. No. I had the giggles before the show.
Dang it.
Welcome back. Every time now for our next generation of the letter to the editor. Send us your tweets, your Facebook posts, voicemails, and emails with your opinions or topics that you'd like to see us address. All right, John writes in on Facebook and he says, wahoo! I think it's probably how he would have said it himself. It's Friday, time to break out the weekend and enjoy the life we have and be safe. I like that little added part, be safe. Thank you so much, John. Jamie writes in and says, 40th reunion for Reno High School class of 1974. It's this weekend, tonight, a get-together at the Grove, and tomorrow a barbecue. You can find her on Facebook if you got a question about that. All right, here's how you can sound off. You can tweet us at News4 Forum. Tweet me at News4Melissa. We're also on Facebook and Google+. Email us at forum@mynews4.com, or hey, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. That number, 336-MANY, M-A-N-Y. All right, now in your tech news. It's back to school time across the U.S., and as today's high-tech students return to the classrooms, our PC Mike Wendland says there's some handy apps to make the return to studying a little bit more efficient and manageable.
For iPhone and iPad users, the iStudies app is a great organizational tool for high school and college students who have to juggle classes and school events and study time. It tracks the student's schedule during the day and helps plan and manage their courses and class details, locations, instructors, holidays, and grades. For Android users, the My Homework Student Planner does pretty much the same thing, organizing classes and homework with customizable widgets. Simple Mind is a great app for Android and Apple devices that is really useful for organizing and planning term papers and special reports. It's a mind mapping program. You jot down ideas and thoughts and then arrange them in a chart, connecting the information to fit the assignment. One more app for students, Circle of Six for iPhone and Android. It instantly connects you to 6 friends. If you need help, need a ride, 2 touches sends the message you want with your location. It's a great security app for kids on campus.
Well, if you'd like more information about all this, I have made it very easy for you. All you need to do is go over to my PC Mike tech blog. There's my address on your screen. I have built in direct links to everything you just saw. Till next time, I'm PC Mike Wendland for NBC News.
All right, such great tips. All right, now on the Behind the Headline segment that we started here in the forum, Mark Hyman looks at the laws behind cavity searches, and one case in particular rubs him the wrong way. Here is his commentary.
In 2012, Hidalgo County, New Mexico Sheriff's Deputy Javier Peru questioned Tim Young at a convenience store. Young, a married father of 3, consented to a search of his truck. After 2 hours, nothing was found. So Peru called in Leo, the department's canine. Another search, nothing. But the dog handler claimed Leo hit on the driver's seat. Young was then accused of hiding drugs in his anal cavity. This begs the question, why would anyone who's not crossing a border hide drugs in his rectum? Young was handcuffed and driven an hour away to a hospital in another jurisdiction, where the deputies had no authority and their search warrant wasn't valid, and subjected Young to involuntary medical x-rays. Finding nothing, they directed medical staff to conduct an anal probe. Still nothing, so they released him. Days later, he was billed over $600 for hospital services. Weeks later, the same sheriff's department and nearby police force did the exact same thing to 63-year-old David Eckert. He endured x-rays, 2 anal probes, 3 forced enemas, more x-rays, and a complete colonoscopy. No drugs were found during his 14-hour ordeal, but he was given a $4,500 hospital bill. Leo, who was alleged to have hit on the driver's car seats, is not certified as a drug dog. Last week, local authorities paid the 2 men $2.5 million to settle their lawsuits. No one involved has been disciplined. To post this on Facebook or Twitter, go to behindtheheadlines.net.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. That time on the Wedland package must have been wrong, but it gave me a 109. Brady, I'm sorry. I mean, and even in the package, it times out itself at 110. There's got to be a ghost. There's got to be a script somewhere. It's eating up time. It's super weird. So coming back with 3 seconds. Have a great day. We'll see you at noon. That's what we're doing.
Skycam.
Does that answer your question there, Glenn?
That certainly does, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I get for not checking my email this morning. Okay, fine.
All right, have a great day, everybody. See you back here at noon.
Nailed it. 3 seconds.
That's how you do it.
That was like the shortest outro of all time.
Well, somehow I think we have a ghost script in here or something, because all of a sudden we went into that block just fine, and then we came out like super heavy. Well, obviously like at least 30 heavy. So there's a timing issue somewhere in there. So you got to get out at a certain time. You got to get out at a certain time. So there you go. Remember that part that I said about being an auctioneer? That's
yeah. If it was any shorter, she would have had to gone, yo.
We've done it before where we just go bye.
I still remember that show when there wasn't an outro at all. I was like, that was a really weird day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just went to black. Brady, I'm checking everything. I don't know where.
I must have misread a time going in because I don't know what else it would have been. I'm fairly positive that we were good. We were 18 under. Even after weather, we were still like 5 under.
Yeah.
I killed the bump. We went in on time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, we're just way heavy going into the.
I mean, it had to have been like what, 30 or 40 heavy?
Yeah. Well, we must have gone 25 or 30 heavy. Then.
Okay.
And like I know you probably ate up at least about 10 or 15 seconds on Facebook, but not that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were like 10 seconds unaccounted for. I might have been off. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm fairly positive I wasn't off because I don't do that, but it was.
Yeah, because I mean, we went in 31 light. I gave myself plenty of time to, flubber it up here and there.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, no worries. That was still worked out. Thank you for filling in and helping. Thank you. Anybody got any good plans for the weekend?
Yeah.
Mine is moving, and I got rooked into it, so that's going to be fun.
Who's moving?
Oh.
Yeah, literally, a friend of mine is moving out of a house and moving about 20 miles away. So it's couches and other furniture.
Things. Oh.
That is not fun.
No,
yeah, Alex just did that a couple weeks ago.
Supposed to be there. Suddenly had camping trips in the Bighorn Mountains.
Oh, how did that happen?
Yeah, head for the hills.
Well, I've got a miscommunication between my hubby and I. We kept talking about a dinner party that we're having this weekend for what I thought were my friends, but apparently he had spoken to me about a dinner party for his friends as well, so we kept talking about the dinner party thinking it was a singular negatron. I'm having mine on Friday. He's having his on Saturday, so somehow I got roped into doing 2 of them.
In a row? Wow.
Yeah, so Friday, so tonight's Friday, yeah, so tonight having some friends over for dinner, tomorrow having friends over for dinner, plus a soccer game tomorrow, first soccer game ever, which should be fun. And if I don't get arrested because I'm yelling and screaming so much for Fergie. And then Sunday's back to school shopping. That's
right on.
Over to the dinner party. I'll send you my address, and you can just.
Yeah, I'll send you my address, and you can just come on over.
Yeah. So what are you making for these dinner parties?
Yeah. So tonight we're having tri-tip. I haven't figured out a side yet, and probably a big salad that I make with like goat cheese and this lemon vinaigrette kind of thing. And dessert is a tarte tatin, which is apples and this basically tart that you make in a pan and then you flip it over. You like cook it with caramel and stuff. So that's for tonight. And then tomorrow we're having teriyaki grilled salmon with steamed white rice and some sesame broccoli, and then making chocolate banana bread for dessert for that one. Those two don't mix very well, but that's okay. It's sweet. That's all everybody cares about, right?
Hey, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, if I pull it off.
Teriyaki salmon.
Yeah, so I get the wild teriyaki from Costco, the big fillets.
Yeah.
And I throw it on the barbecue so it just cooks just enough. I still kind of like it, nice and pink in the middle. Then I pull it off, drizzle over that Hawaiian barbecue. It's really good Hawaiian teriyaki barbecue. And while it's still super hot. And then just let it soak in, and then it's delish. It's also really good with grilled pineapples. Serve it with some grilled pineapples.
That sounds sufficiently awesome.
Yeah, how about that? I can cook it up. I didn't say it tasted good. I just said it sounds good. It just sounds good. I'll let you know how it goes.
There's a magnet on your refrigerator with a phone number for a pizza parlor.
That's right. Unfortunately, I live up in the boondocks. Nobody delivers up to me, but I know where the closest one is, so I can go run and pick up a pizza within no time whatsoever. So that's it. That's it for my weekend. All right, you guys, have a great weekend.
So.
And Glenn, we need to work on getting your guy on Google+.
Oh, yeah. Just send Eric an email and have a little chat with him. Once a week, he comes out with that Nanny of the Week, which are really interesting stories that I think fit right in line with what you're already doing. Most of the stories do. And he's really good when he connects in on Skype. I've sort of trained him on how to do it and look good, so I think he's worth chatting with. I sent you his email, the email address through Facebook.
Will you do me a favor? Oh, through Facebook, yeah. It was through a message. Yeah. Okay, perfect. It's still there. It's still there. No, it should be there. If I don't have it when I get back in there, I'll let you know and have you send it to me through a message. But I think we were doing it through message. Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
All right, y'all.
We'll see you back here. Bye.